Morning, I'm Leonardo from UNAB, Universidad Autónoma de Bucaramanga, and today I'm going to talk about this working process is about the Colombian cocoa sector, and with the other authors focus mainly on the relationship between emerging technologies and government policies. So the main idea is to analyze why is it relevant this crop. For us it's truly important because not only it's a commodity from different companies, I don't know, such as a looker, but also because it generates incomes from smallholder farmers. And in the Colombian context, this crop represents the crop of peace because after the peace agreement with guerrillas FARC, the Colombian government tried to generate different projects to improve and increase the cocoa cultivation instead of cultivate traditional illegal crops such as coca. So it's relevant to analyze different approaches to enhance the cocoa production, and in this case, we want to analyze the relationship or the contrast between Colombian policies focused on technology trends such as artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, and so on, with the development of technology to enhance cocoa production. So it's not an easy work because there are different challenges, not only the violence or the poverty, but also our farmers are old farmers with low digital skills. In some cases, are illiteracy, or you can identify literacy between farmers, and there are supplementary tools. So it's truly hard to generate apps or generate digital solution. Perhaps from the point of view of university and research, it's really easy to generate different algorithms, but we try to, or we need to identify those barriers to generate better technologies, easy to transfer with a better technology adoption. So the aims of this project is to analyze the current policies and also analyze the different structure from research, the body of knowledge using literature review. So we start analyzing articles or research papers from Scopus database because that database covers different databases around the world, and also, on the other hand, we analyze the Colombian policies, laws and decrees and something like that, and then we finally generate a contrast between that policy and the current projects. This is our query. We talk about three main components. When we talk about emerging technologies such as machine learning, artificial neural networks, convolutional neural networks, automation, 3D painting, etc. with smallholder farmers. In this query, we don't talk about cocoa. We analyze cocoa later. And also we analyze the Colombian context, focus mainly on definition, but you can identify, I don't know, a Colombian research working in another country, but for us is good because we can analyze this kind of research in the light of different contexts, but we try to identify the cocoa production locally. So after retrieve 20 papers, the half of those papers, I mean 10 papers, focus mainly on cocoa production in Colombia. We group them into three categories. The first one is adaptation and technological interventions. That means that there are some digital solutions that try to identify or generate forecasting about weather, and also try to make census in the farm. For instance, you can identify sensor networks, matching with Internet of Things and cloud computing. The second one is technology challenge and financial mechanisms. In some cases, the apps focus mainly in a managerial profile, not in a farmer, but in a manager that have a business model around cultivation, and that model is possible to apply in different crops, in our case in cocoa crop, but the second group is focused mainly on decision from the point of view of a manager. And the last one is mitigation and optimization agriculture. In this case, we are analyzing different apps, trying to generate solution, make recommendation system, focus promptly on production or daily decisions such as quantity of fertilizations, amount of water, and so on. So from the point of view of decisions, there are operational decisions in mitigation and optimization agricultural, but there are strategy decisions in technological challenge and adaptation and technological innovations. On the other hand, we identify low, decrease, focus mainly on digital service integration, and trying to identify the budget allocation from development and management activities. I mean the development of technological trends. Then we make a cross analysis between policies and the groups, and it's evident that in the case of mitigation and optimization agriculture, there is no direct relation between those laws or those decrees and the articles. That means that in many cases, research try to generate different technology, for instance, algorithm from computer vision to identify disease or to estimate the ripeness of cocoa pods, but without a practical implication, without a true use in the real world. There are research, mainly theoretical or hypothetical research. So there are funding to make projects, but those laws and those decrees not focus mainly on generate solution to enhance decision around operational decision from farmers, focus mainly on other type of users such as manager. So there is a research gap to cover. So we need to try to keep analyzing different investment strategy to farmers and cocoa production, and balance different perspectives, not only the manager perspective. We need to work with hand by hand with the smallholder farmers to develop technology more suitable to that kind of end user that can generate a much sustainable growth in the Colombian cocoa industry, because if we analyze the production, we make the best treatments, we can reduce the emission, we can reduce water weights, we can reduce weights from cocoa over ripeness and something like that. So we have to keep working these policy making strategies and analyze the impact in technology. Also analyze the strategies to make more inclusive growth in cocoa sector, and analyze the relationship between tech innovators and policymakers with cocoa farmers. Thank you so much.